Okay, we're live. Hello to everybody. And let me just fix this screen. Oop. Yeah, the YouTube have been moving the things around on the screen. Before I would have to slide the screen over in order to see how many people, how many thumbs up, and the clock, and then move it over to be able to read the comments. So I'm hoping that when the comments start flowing in, that I can read them, because they're way over here. Anyway, yeah, I've been. I'll tell you what, it's been a crazy few days. I've there's a few things I want to talk about. Oh, hello. Oh, Joanna Butler. There you go. As you might be interested in today's subject, I'm going to have an interesting title. I don't know how to put the title on before I do the live stream, but when it comes to reload after the fact, I'm going to be putting an interesting title relevant to today's topics. I sent you. I wrote a reply to your comment, and I don't know whether you got that, but hopefully that explains what's been going on. Yeah, I've had a rough one. It's crazy the amount of negative feedback I get, because I could be doing something as simple as eating my dinner in the kitchen in front of a camera and talking. They call it a mukbang. Doing that, and what it was, the one I did a couple of weeks ago, I was eating a Chinese dinner, and I used the word chinks to describe the people who sold me the Chinese food. And as I was eating another Chinese dinner, I thought, what I'll do, just to throw it out there, I used the word chinks again. It was deliberately that time, because of the negative feedback from the first time. So, and of course, for the second time, I got all kinds of all kinds of negative feedback, calling me a racist, and how I should. One guy said I should apologize make a video. Okay, Joanna, think you just need to be careful what you say, that's all. Well, I disagree. Don't get me wrong. I do have a filter. I'm not a what's the word, sociopath. I have a conscience. I know what I'm saying most of the time. Sometimes words and phrases slip through, which other people pick up on, because partly because they're snowflakes and they deliberately look for things to be upset about, but quite often it's because this is who I am, this is the way I talk, and this is the way I'm. Christ almighty, I'm what's it now? September. Was it 3 months ago? I was 49 years old 3 months ago. It's doubtful I'm going to change the way I look at the world, and I explain how I look at the world the way I see it. Anyway, back on track. What the Christ was I talking about? Yeah, my Chinese dinner. The first time I called them chinks, purely because that's a word that I would normally use anyway. The backlash came, and the second time, last night or the night before, I had a Chinese dinner. I used the word again, but that was deliberately because of the backlash I got from the first time, which is to piss off the snowflakes, And oh, I was telling you, yeah, that was the other thing. I was telling a story. Hello, Vanessa Lawson. I was telling a story about when I was finishing work, got on the bus. I was halfway home, and we stopped at the bus station, and I was relaying this story that of this woman who. That's the thing, again, the airy fairy snowflake Pufter brigade. They were all over me on this one because I used the word black to describe this. Well, this woman got on. She was. I mentioned she was black because that led on to my second statement that for listening to her talk, she sounded African. And now it was to distinguish between the white South Africans, or the white Africans, and the black Africans. And also, what people don't seem to understand, especially the dummy who complained about that, you're just saying how, why would I distinguish? Why would I really focus on the fact that she was black? It was, I'm painting a picture. I saw an incident which is now in my head, and I'm trying to relay this to people who were not on the bus with me. So in order to do so, I have to paint a picture. I have to describe what I saw, and Kinky Kelly, hello. And just time to hear my story. Interesting story. So yeah, I mean, like for those who missed it, there's me doing a mukbang. I was telling the story about this woman who got on the bus. she had one of those those little tubes you jam up your nose and it inhale deep, and it hello George C. You stuff it up your nose and you inhale it and it clears your sinuses. Well, most people would stuff it up the nose, inhale, take it out, put the cap back on, put it in the pocket, go about paying the bus driver. But this one didn't. She got on the bus with it up her nose, and now she's got two hands free, and she's paying for the bus ticket with this thing jammed up her nostril, which I thought was quite funny at the time. It looked kind of strange. And in order to do that, I had to paint a picture, right? This black woman got on, she sounded African. So there you go. So I mean, there you've got somebody who's not from this country, who obviously doesn't know that this kind of thing looks weird to English people, anyway. But that was, that was part of my story. And this guy seemed a little bit upset that I didn't describe the color of her man. Who gives a fuck? He was a guy with her dragging around a pink suitcase. Who gives a fuck about him? It was her that I was doing the story about. So anyway, yeah, that's been so I've been all day. I've been reading bullshit fucking messages, and I've replied, which in hindsight, I mean, I replied to a bunch of them. Basically not really explaining my case, but because like I said before in another email, in another live stream, I don't apologize for what I'm saying. If I am genuinely wrong, I've done that before. I said, yeah, you know what? I was wrong. You was right. I was full of shit. I don't know what I was doing. I was just I was losing my mind. I was wrong, and it was incorrect of me too. But no, normally what I say, if I'm not wrong, then why would I apologize? Like some silly sod seems to think I should. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I did this on a live stream once. I said, look, that was it. I copied Conor McGregor where he's in the ring, and what he was in the ring, and he just won this fight. And he's talking to Joe Rogan, and he's like, yeah, Joe Rogan, yeah, now that I've won this fight, look, I would just like to take this. I've been talking shit to everybody all week, and I would just like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody, like this. And it was so funny, right in the middle of the octagon ring. And that's what I did on my live stream. I sort of copied that. I said to everybody, I apologize to absolutely nobody, because I don't apologize, because I don't consider what I'm saying is wrong. So screw you. Kinky Kelly, very true. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, you're the one. Yeah, I was just talking about you so Shanny Boy Cooks. Any more racist stories for us? Yeah. Yeah, I'll go. Well, this is the goof that wrote to me. I was just explaining about I couldn't remember your name. That's how interesting you are, but I can remember most of what you were saying about me describing the woman as black and not describing the man because he wasn't even in the story, good. Thank you, Joanna. Yeah, if this goof Shanley boy cooks fucking twat gets Larry, just block him, just put him on a timeout and keep on timing out. Yeah, if he behaves himself, great, he can stick around. And Shanley, if you don't like what I'm doing, you're free to fuck off. You know, you've got your own cookery channel. I haven't looked at any of your videos, but I looked enough to see that you've got a dozen cookery types. Focus on that. Don't focus on me. If you don't like what I'm doing, piss off. Do your own thing. You know, I don't go onto your channel and tell you you're a fucking wanker. You know, just go away. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Joanna, for keeping law and order. Okay. So yes. So I mean, that's that. It was just a funny story about a woman with a vapor stick up her nose. What's this? Shanley Cooks. He's still trying. You've been timed out. You know. Anyway. The what was I saying? Anyway, so that's that. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? I've got a few subjects that I was wanting to talk about. One, it's on the subject of race, you know, because race seems to be the Kinky Kelly. I like your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you for sticking around. And well, that's the thing, you know. I mean, sure. I mean, my opinions may not be to everybody's taste. And I always say, you're free to go elsewhere. It's not like you're short on videos on YouTube, fucking millions of them, you know? But I like to, you know, it seems to be that there is an audience out there who like Kinky Kelly over here, and everybody else who sticks around listening to me rant and just basically sticks with the channel. There's enough people out there who agree with what I say. You know, I mean, just because a few silly bastards like what's his name? I can't even remember his name. Oh yeah, there you go, Shanley Boy Cooks. People like him and others who spend the time to write to me. Say, oh, you're a racist. You're a disgusting human being. You should be ashamed of yourself. I had one guy write to me saying, Mark, I'm ashamed of you. Fuck off. You know, but there are enough people out there who agree with me, and that's great. You can't please everybody, you know. And for the ones who don't agree with me, you just go elsewhere. Mark's remarks is granny bashing scum. No, I wouldn't necessarily. I wouldn't go out and bash a granny unless I had good reason to, of course. But I mean, that's very unlikely. But no, I'm not really. No, I wouldn't bash a granny. Only in self-defense, you know. Kinky Kelly says, "Say it as it is, like that about people." Yeah, that's it. But say it how it is. Anyway, on that subject, you know, I've been because I made a few mental notes and I wrote them down on paper. You know that thing I've noticed a lot now. I don't know whether I suppose it must be all over the country. I guess for those who are abroad, I'm talking about England. But the amount of mixed race children I'm seeing, good God, you know, it's like I'm on the bus and you get a woman get on with 3 kids. Say she's got 3 young children, right? She's got a blonde white 5-year-old. She's got a little black 5-year-old and a little ginger one in a pram. You know, it's like how many fucking dads? But no, I tell you what. When I mean, I'm coming up on 50 now. Oldie Merton's in the house. Some people want to play. George C. Some people want to play umpire on your whole life. Just humor them. Yeah, it's like I've got people demanding that I stop what I'm doing and shape up and sort my act out and fucking all sorts. You know, you know. That's the thing. I can't be allowing people to do. I mean, listen. I appreciate everybody who watches the videos, subscribes to the channel, comments appropriate stuff. I appreciate everybody who's sticking with the channel for the 2 years and 3 months that I've been around. But you have to remember, I cannot allow you to dictate how I operate this channel. I mean, in fact, there's thousands of you, and I can't please I've noticed that by my videos. You know, if I do a certain number of sandwich videos, people are complaining that I'm doing too many. If I changed, but people are, and my sponsor, I've got a sponsor, is a marijuana seeds company. Okay, people have complained about that. I'm a drugs channel now, which is of course is rubbish because what people may or may not know, or I'll explain to them. That's right, Lee Murden. Yeah, if they don't like what they do, free to watch something else. Marijuana seeds are fine. Now, people write to me and say, "Yeah, but Mark, it's quite obvious what they're going to do. They're going to grow the fuckers." Well, I don't care. What the fuck? What do I give a shit about? I'm a grown adult. What the fuck do I care what another grown adult does it in his spare time? I don't give a flying toss. They can do what the fuck they want. They can grow them. They can stuff them in a cupboard. They can feed them to the birds. I don't give a shit. But they are sold legally as seeds. If you want to break the law and grow them, good luck to you. It is not up to me to. I can't police everybody who buys the stuff. All I'm doing is that they've supplied, the company have supplied me with some t-shirts. Admittedly, 2 out of 3 I can't get on because they're bloody small. But I got t-shirts. I got some seeds. I got some little knickknacks. I did a review on those, and in return, I shout their name out. I say, listen, if you're interested in it. See, the thing is, what people, it's the same principle as when I had the video shop, right? When I had the video shop, I need people to walk in, okay? If I can get 10 people to walk through the door who wouldn't normally walk through the door, if one of them decides to become a member of the video shop and starts renting videos and shit, my job is done. That's great. 1 in every 10 that comes through the door. And the way you entice them is you offer them stuff. Well, aside from videos, we got computer games. Great. That'll bring in a few extra feet coming through the door. Video games. People who come in and only want a bag of sweets. There's another bunch of people. People who come in and want, my face is itching again. It's because of my beard. People come in and they want gas and electric top-ups or mobile phone credit top-ups. They come in because I'm able to supply that service, and when they're in there, they're looking around. Hey, I might join the place now. After coming in a few times. It's the same thing with the with my sponsor, the Gorilla Seeds people. When people type in the search bar on the YouTube, marijuana seeds, they might come to my channel and they see my little video saying, "Oh yeah, they're doing a special deal, 15% off this week, and here's a review of some of their stuff." While they're looking there, they might start looking at my food videos, and when they do, they might want to stick around. That's how it works, and that is why I explain to people that I don't give a shit what. I've used their products in the past. I've bought stuff in the past, and I've grown some of their seeds and smoked it, but that was way in the past. But that's how that works, Like I say, I don't care who they are. They could be, a taxi firm or Digestive Biscuits. In return for regular shout outs, I would receive, in the case of a taxi firm, a free ride now and again, right? In the case of a biscuit company, I'd expect a box of biscuits in return for regular shout outs. So whatever the company doing, I don't want their money. I just want some free shit. That's all I need. And that's how that works. So when somebody looks onto types in marijuana seeds, bullshit, they go and they hopefully see my videos. So that's why, I'm not flogging drugs. I'm not endorsing drugs. I'm just, this is a company that sells seeds and, paraphernalia. Okay, but back to, I've got off the subject there. Mixture, yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I've noticed everywhere. When I was young, when I was like 12 in our school close by here, there was only 2 black kids. There was 1 black kid and his brother, right? That was 30 years on. You can't walk down the street without falling over 4 of them, And it seems to me, what are people doing? All right, we've got the millennials and the snowflakes and all that lot. My feelings have been hurt brigade going around screaming about multiculturalism. But it seems to be going a bit wild with the amount of mixed race. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there are certain, I'm not anti non-white. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't have too much against people who are not white. That's not my problem. Not my problem, and it's not a problem I usually have with those. It's just other people seem to give me that label. Um, I mean, I don't dislike people because they are black or brown. It's because I don't fucking get on along with them. There's something about people. If you're in a room with 20 people, there's going to be 5 of them you don't get along with. You know. So I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. Yeah, but people, because I happen to say a few not derogatory words, but what's the word? Trigger words. Because remember, I don't give a flying fuck about your trigger words. If you don't like the word tranny, queers, gays, homos, midgets, blacks, all these words, I don't care whether you people don't like me using them. It's just some of them are words that I use. But anyway, all right. So yeah, it's just something I've. All right, I'm going to go back to the comments. I've got to let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, I do have what I've done. I've made a few notes on the back of this. There you go, Mr. Kipling. See, this is how to recycle. Write notes on the back of boxes here. Ben Varley. Hello, Mark. Can you tell Becky? Is that how you spell Becky? I love her in it. She is mega. Sound and dare is more. Fucking hell. Sound and dare is more to Ireland than this. Lots of love, Gary. Oh, really? I mean, all right. Paul K. Jesus Christ, Mark, what's wrong with these people? I know. People can't just fucking leave some guy alone. I'm just out here trying to get by. Not annoying too many people. And yeah, but people are all over my case. Paul K, can you kindly give Mark a thumbs up? Oh, thank you very much, Paul. Yeah, anybody want to hit the thumbs up by all means? Because I notice I do get a lot of thumbs down. It's crazy, but as long as the thumbs up is more. Up to no good, says hi, Mark. 4x4, hi, Mark. Great to see you live. Don't forget to shout out to Patricia Scott in Shrewsbury. She is a big fan. Cheers. Oh, thank you very much. And hello to, Patricia Scott. Welcome to the channel. Oh, Joanna Butler's going to be right back. Okay. So it looks like I'll have to keep law and order for the time being. Shaney Boy Cooks has retracted his message. Are you behaving yourself? Because I mean, your messages are not getting through. I've got to tell you, Shaney Boy Cooks. I don't know what what you're doing, but my moderators are keeping law and order. If you can behave yourself, by all means, you're welcome to stick around. Ben Varley, Mark, please read my earlier comment. Okay. Let's see, Ben Varley. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I did. Ben Varley, please read my earlier comment. Yeah, it was at Ben Varley. Yeah, it's the one about that one. Becky, love her in it. She is mega. Right, unless there's one before that. I don't see it. No, well, that's the one. That was the one I read. I read it just a moment ago. Mr. Deegan. Hi, Mark. Welcome back. Great to see you. Thank you, Mr. Deegan. Thumbs up, Mark. Great. Yep. I need. Oh, yeah. I've got another thumbs up there. Oh, good. Shelly Boy Cooks. I retracted my message myself. Can't be asked. You crack on. Well, thank you very much. There you go. And yeah, by all means, come back again. If you, of course, if you, behave yourself. But that's all I ask of anybody. Um, you know, it doesn't cost you anything to be here, but if you are, just show some respect and just fucking behave yourself. If you can't, go away. If you can, you're welcome to stay. Paul K. Yeah, Mark, do you like boxing? And he asks about Tyson Fury. Yeah, I like listening to him in his interviews. He's a funny guy. And the issues that, of course, he's been through in earlier life. I like watching his boxing matches. He's really good. He's got a good mindset when he goes in. Like he says, he just goes in there to have a good time. That's all he's there for. He's not like really super intense and. Yeah, he is one of my favorites. I do like him. Yeah. I tell you what, all right, I've got another. I wrote down a Wolverton Burger Shop crap service. All right, get this, right? I walk into a burger shop today, and there's nobody. There's no customers. There's nobody behind the counter. So I'm tapping on the counter. Hello, hello. Nobody about. Right. 10 seconds later, this bloke walks in through the door. He's obviously a member of staff. So he didn't say anything, but he must be right. Okay, here he is. Walks past me through the door into the kitchen behind me, and I'm looking through the the counter area. And this guy, he goes straight to the back, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, but maybe he's going to alert somebody. Maybe he's going to. But he's out in the back. He's looking. Thinking, what the fuck? So I step away from the counter because I figure nobody's going to come, right? So I step away from the counter. I'm browsing the menu again, and what was it? About 20 seconds later, another guy walks in, another member of staff. He comes in, and now in between time, while I'm looking at the menu, the first guy who never said a fucking word, didn't say, "Oh, excuse me, don't worry, I'm going to go get somebody for you." None of that. The first guy comes out from the back, and while I'm looking at the menu, he's behind me, leaning up against the table on his phone, like this, texting away on his phone. And when this second guy walks in, he says, "Oh, he's a customer for you." I think you fucking twat. Or rather than say to me, "Oh, I'm very sorry, the guy who's cooking, he's pissed off out next door. He's going to get some stuff from next door. He'll be back in a couple of minutes. Feel free to have a look at the menu, and if there's anything I can do, then great." Nothing. He just come out, and he was just playing on his phone, waiting for this other guy to show up. And when he did show up, "Oh, there's a customer for you," like this. I nearly fucking walked out. I couldn't believe it. Just leave me standing there like a twat. I didn't know. Is he the guy that's supposed to be cooking the food? Is there somebody else coming? What's going on? But no, that was just poor service. I seem to get that a lot. Um, I don't know whether it's just something that you know, I just attract crappy service from people. Anyway. Anybody got any subjects they want to talk about? I've that's that one. Yeah, I'm now running into yeah, I had a discussion with a foreigner about. I went into another calf before that, and I asked, I said, look, do you do free range eggs like this? Because I'm thinking about going for a gammon and chips and beans and shit. Right? Is the eggs free range? And she's going, no, they're regular eggs. What the fuck does that mean, regular eggs? And I said, well, look, if they're not free range, then. And after a few moments, she, after a bit of a discussion, she said to me, "Are you are you allergic to eggs and like this? And I said, no, no. The reason why I asked for free range eggs is because I don't want to have an egg that came from a chicken that spends its life in a box. And she said, oh, no, the thing is, they come from Tesco. They're all in boxes. Like, for fuck, just get away from me. So I, didn't even finish my cup of tea and just, left, just went. But no, it's just, oh, bloody, because I got the feeling that she was wondering, shall I like, because when she's saying, oh, yeah, oh, they're regular eggs, regular chicken eggs like this, because sometimes you walk in and you ask, when I ask, are they free range eggs? You can see they're thinking, oh shit, what is the best answer that I need to give here? Because if I say yes, they are. What if he wants proof? You kind of get the feeling that they're uncertain about what answer to give. Jane Doe, laugh out loud. Mark, I'm just rolling a joint. Ah, you made me laugh, so I nearly blew the whole thing away. Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, actually, I don't. Well, the thing is, see, that's the thing. I don't know what it was that made you laugh because I get that a lot. People say that they find in person or on videos, they find what I say funny, but because I'm not intentionally trying to be funny, I don't know what it was that they found funny. But yeah, I'll take it anyway. Da, 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 da. Yeah, George C is a big Fury fan. Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, the guy's a huge fucking reason. Was he like 6'7" or was it 7'6"? I don't know. He's a big bastard anyway. Let's talk about Rambo. Now Paul K. Now let's talk about because the thing is, in a while I want to talk about Warwick Davis. All right, the little fella from the Star Wars. I want to talk about him, but Paul K. Let's talk about the Rambo Last Blood. Now that's interesting, right? Because you remember Rambo? Shit, where they gone? I've got a load of Ram. I've got all my. I think I've got all of them. Anyway, whatever the last one was, where they're going over to the Philippines, and he, remember he's that real evil commandant guts him. One with those goody two shoes that go along, the peacekeepers. That one. And the one he rips the guy's throat out was, oh man, that was good. That one. Now, when I was watching that one, I like to watch the extras on those films. When I watch the film, I watch the extras, hear the director's commentary, the actors' commentary about how, because I'm interested in how they went about and made the movie, right? So, and Rambo, Sylvester Stallone was talking about when they was trying to flog this idea of this particular movie, the one before the one now. They was thinking, right, okay, well, we could send Rambo over to Vietnam again. Now we've already done that. Okay, let's we could have him. He's been his brother's daughter gets kidnapped. They're like, now. And what happened was they were actually because what they wanted to do, they wanted to put Rambo in like Los Angeles, chasing down a drug cartel who have kidnapped his niece. And they thought, nah, that's a load. No, we can't fucking go for that. No, Rambo's a jungle soldier. Let's put him in the jungle again, like they're all the movies, most of the movies, and that's what they did in that movie, and they scrapped the one where he's in Los Angeles fighting a drug cartel and trying to chase his little nephew who's been kidnapped, in favor of this other one, the one with the peacekeepers. And now, a year or several years on, they've pulled this script out of the bin and thought, well, wait a minute, let's dust this off. Okay, yeah, Rambo in Los Angeles fighting a drug cartel. Well, we scrapped that fucking years ago because it was a load of shit. We didn't, but no, let's do it. And then that's what they're doing. They make the movie from a script that they turned down because it just wasn't what Rambo would do. Rambo doesn't go around the fucking Los Angeles city doing his thing. He's a jungle warrior, you know? So they took a script that they threw in the bin in favor of this other one, and now they've pulled it out, dusted it off, and now they've made Rambo, whatever it is. Is it Rambo 5? Last Blood. Yeah, Last Blood is the script they pulled out of the fucking bin. But I'm not saying it's going to be shit. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it. It looks quite good from the trailers. But then, although, you know, I was going to say that's the job of the trailers, but that doesn't always pan out that the trailers make it look good. But this does make it look good, you know. Yeah. I won't go to the cinema and watch it and spend 15 fucking pound. I'd rather spend the money on a DVD and have it and keep it forever, you know. But oh, G White is in the house. Fury got cut bad the other night. Still won though. Yeah, actually, I saw a thumbnail of Fury's face from a distance, and it was covered with blood. I figured it was one of those, you know, those clickbaity ones. You know, where there's a lion and it's covered in blood, and it looks like the wildebeest has gored it to death. You know, this kind of thing, and you know, people just add special. I thought it was that, you know. Jane, oh, jump there. Where's he gone? Jane Doe, when you were complaining about the customer service or lack of, I actually think you need a separate ranting channel. Well, actually, this is it. This is it. I think a lot of us can relate. You're naturally funny. Love it. Oh, thank you so much. But you see, but no, to that point, this is the rant channel. Okay, this is my live stream where I get to rant and talk about all the things. See, if anybody is interested in wholesome, okay, I in the kitchen there, I do my cookery and all that kind of stuff, and it's all, there's no swearing, no political views, no talking about blacks or chinks or gays or queers or little, you know, anything other than cooking. Now, the live stream, which is here, now this is my rant channel. This is where I get to talk about all those interesting subjects and awkward fuckers that I meet on a daily basis, you know. Yeah, I get to spill it all out. But so this is where it's at here, but you won't get any of this on my regular cookery channel. It's all about, you know, good wholesome family viewing. Not like this, the live stream. Already, I went to watch Avengers when it came back. Kids behind me, something spoiling it. Yeah, you know, I don't think I've ever watched any of the. Well, I've watched bits and pieces of those Avengers movies. Yeah, not my thing, you know. Michael Bell is in Cambridge. Divided X Vol favorite Queen song. I think it's the one where I think it's called Breakthrough. I think it's called Breakthrough. It's the one on the train, and the whole band's on a flatbed train. I like that one. Yeah, I mean, I do like a lot of Queen's songs. I never did in the day, but now that I'm getting older, I can appreciate good music. But that would be one of them. But I do like a lot. Steph Buritica. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. See, that's the thing. Why do people apologize for mispronouncing somebody's name? I don't get that. I never do. Apologize, that is. You know? Oh, you know, and I was on the bus. I think it was yesterday. I was at the back of the bus And this woman was walking down the thing to get up, down the corridor to get off. She tripped over this stupid fucker's foot who had his leg in the aisle. This kid who was listening to his earphones, he had his foot in the aisle. She tripped over him, fell into the support bar on the bus, and then apologized to him for falling over his foot. And I'm thinking, don't apologize to him, you stupid woman. He's the one that should be, you know. I've had this as well. I was in the pound shop, and I watched some guy fall over or trip over a pram, and he apologized to the woman for tripping over the pram. Funny enough, 20 minutes later, I did the same thing with the same woman, tripped over the pram because she was like all over the fucking place, parking it anyway. So you'd go on, and I never apologized. I tripped over the thing, and it was her fault, you know. So why should I apologize? So anyway, that's so yeah. I've probably mispronounced your name, but I make no apologies for it. All right, glad to see you're on live. You've been missed. Thank you. You must be working a lot. You've not been on often. No, I do it when I have a spare day, or you know, if I'm not working, I can go for like 7 hours or so, you know, 5 hours. Oh, you know, let's see. Oh, it's good old Mark. Welcome back. Thank you very much, Steph. Pete Thomas is in the house. Hey up, Mark. Hey, Pete. Have you used that? Yeah, but the thing is, I watched one of your videos when you was in America, and it was when the storm was coming. So I guess there wasn't going to be too many cookery ones, because not because what happens is it flags it because I've hit that you're subscribed, of course, and I've got you at the bell, so it tells me when you've made a video, but you haven't made one recently. Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, because for anybody who doesn't know, all those freebies I got from them, it was a drug company that weed seed company. They sent me a little grinder. It's for grinding herbs and stuff, and I sent one off to Pete. Yeah, have you used it yet? Are you gonna use that in a recipe? Perhaps grind some pepper or nutmeg and whatever else. Yeah. Oh, G White. Yeah, I will be doing another quiz night, like you reminded me, because the first one went really well. Now, Paul K's got an interesting question there. Thoughts on mongrel dogs? Now, that is interesting because when you see, mongrel dogs are apparently the most healthy dogs, ones that basically just boning each other, and whatever comes out is a brand new dog. It's a mix of this and a mix of that. The thing is that apparently these purebreds are the ones who suffer from joint issues and problems, internal organ problems, because like say German Shepherds for an example, they what they do, but what they've done in the past, because I mean a lot of dogs were manufactured back in the Victorian age, you know, Victorian times. So what they do, they're getting brother to mate with sister, dad to mate with daughter dogs, and all this stuff. It's to keep the dogs all looking exactly the same. So for greater health, apparently mongrel dogs are the way to go. These are just from the information I've seen on documentaries and whatnot, you know, because when you have purebreds, the gene, well, you know, the genes get all fucked up, and that's when you have like hip problems. And I mean, like say the bulldog, I mean, that flattened face, that's not natural. That's because of breeding. They've done that to make and of course they can't breathe properly, and they end up, you know, having breathing problems. So yeah, if you want a healthy dog, a mongrel dog apparently is the way to go. They may not look at, well, actually, no, I was going to say they may not look as nice as a thoroughbred or you know, thoroughbred. You know, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Anyway, you know what I mean. But they have a lot more character. You know, you look at a mongrel dog and they look at their face and they got a lot more character than the purebreds. Peter B's in the house. Oh yeah, he's one. Oh yeah, he's one of my media moderators. Yeah, we had some use earlier for a moderator, but we Joanna Butler was on the case. Yeah, had a few problems. uh, oh, Inbred DC. Mark, I've been a fan since day one. Please don't do mukbangs. It's for weirdos. That's uh, already. Mark, do you have an age in mind when you will stop working and just enjoy the rest of your life? Well, I'll tell you, that's the thing. The thing is, I mean, if I was to sell this place, I would need another £100,000 to get somewhere that that I can use for my hobbies and whatnot. A place that I want to live. That's not going to happen. I've put the idea to my brother that if we combine forces, buy a big 4-bedroom place, not necessarily here in Milton Keynes, but some other place, big 4-bedroom place, cut the house down the middle. I have 2 rooms, he has 2 rooms. We just share the kitchen where there's a garden or whatnot. Share all our, combine our monetary forces. We can basically live our own lives. It's just we happen to be under the same roof. That's about the only way that I'm going to be able to manage that. Because then, because what with the house being, well, my house is paid off, but with this combined house paid off, half the bills, half the electric, half the water, half the food, then I could definitely slow right down and just get it. I'll be happy with a part-time gig, and the rest of the time, doing my hobbies. Fucking around in the garden, working with the chickens, vegetables, or whatever. I've got loads of hobbies that I'd like to do. Pete Thomas says he'll feature it soon. The herb grinder. Inbred DC, and you've ignored me. No, I just read out your question or comment. Mark, I've been a fan since day one. Please don't do mukbangs. It's for weirdos. I already read that out a moment ago, but you're thinking I ignored you. Unless you're talking about other comments that you've made and I've missed. Well, I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to read everybody's as many as I can. There'll be some that get through that I can't. Some that I miss. Dan Thurbal's in the house. GY Dobermans are good dogs. Yeah, but that's the thing. To keep the Doberman, dog, you need to inbreed. You need to breed it with other Doberman dogs, and in order, and the trouble is a lot of inbreeding with those dogs, as far as from the information that I've learned. Yeah, because I'm saying for a healthier dog, a mongrel's the way. Bapo El Chapo, top of the morning, Mark. Hello to you. Mark El Chapo, Mark, do you watch anime? I'm not certain what that is. Is that like cartoon anime? Yeah, is that like the Japanese cartoons? I think. If that's the case, no, really. I don't really watch any cartoons. I mean, if there's I've got nothing against cartoons. I mean, I'm kind of way too old for them, but sure. But I do. There are ones I like Foghorn, Leghorn. Already, life is too short. Some people work all their life and never get to see the money they have made. Exactly. Well, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I tell people. I've worked for 25 years. I mean, I'm coming up on 50. A couple of years ago, I finished a 25-year mortgage. I fucking worked all that time to pay the 25-year mortgage. Now it's time for the property to pay me. That's the way I see it. I spent all that time paying for the property. Now it's the property's time for paying me. I could either, if I was to up and move someplace, I could rent this out, like that. That would be one way. Or the idea I had with I was trying to sell to my brother, who's in the similar boat to me. He must be about 40, mid-40s, I think. Actually, he might be a bit old now. I think he's the second one down, Carl. There's me, Carl. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the same boat as me. He's on the agency. He's been there several years. I've told him, listen, if they were going to take you on, they would have fucking done it way before now. It's because they're not, they don't want to, they're not interested. They don't like you enough. They like you enough to have you stick around. They don't like you enough to commit to you, to give you a full-time position to make sure you don't piss off. No, so he's in a similar boat to me. And I said, look, why don't we come, either my first plan was to move abroad. I mean, I figure with so many Polish people here, there's going to be land and houses up going cheap over there. So, you can go over there and buy a big whopping place, big whopping piece of land for quite cheap. In fact, you go anywhere, go to Spain and you look at all these relocation shows. You get twice as much over there for half as much money. That's how badly we get fucked in England. You pay double everything. But yeah, so I want to start making my property pay for me. I would sell this place, join with his portion there, to go start afresh someplace else. What the fuck you think? I say to him, do you think it's going to get any better? I'm approaching 50. He's mid-40s. You're on the agency. There's very little chance of them, unless it's doubtful at Brexit, we're going to be kicking a fucking million of these fuckers out. So it's not likely to improve anytime soon, unless we combine. Anyway, that's to answer your question. That's how. Yeah, I want to be kicking back for. I mean, I was saying to somebody the other day, I said, well, I've got about 15 good years. And they were like, yeah, well, you're going to die at 65. I said, no, stupid cunt, I'm going to be dying at fucking 75 or 80. But the amount of good years I've got is another 15, maybe a few more, When you're 65, you don't want to be fucking dragging mattresses around or any of that kind of bullshit, I don't even want to be doing it now. Sometimes I can feel it. I mean, I like the heavy. I mean, I'm working on the guns, working on the chest and stuff. That's cool. That's all good. But at the end of the day, sometimes I can feel it. I think, oh fuck me, I really don't want to be doing this for too long because I'm getting too old. Anyway. Yeah, George C. Yeah, you're right. The system is designed for you to fucking work until you drop. That's how it works. Because I've said it before in other live streams. You are a tax making machine. The only reason why they tolerate you is because you're paying tax every month, and they they work they work you to death. Then you die. Yeah, good luck trying to pass on your possessions to the next generation because they have to pay you what they call that tax duty or something. I think you pay a big fucking wad of cash to the government for the privilege of taking your shit now that you don't need it because you're dead. It's the next lot they get taxed. So you get taxed on your wages, you get taxed on everything that you buy, you get taxed when you try to donate it to the next in your will to the next generation. Yeah. Already, your idea of sharing a property with your brother will allow you to reduce work and chill. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I say to him, we get a big 4-bedroom, down in fucking Accrington or anywhere other than Milton Keynes, pretty much. stay away from the big cities. You go into the cities, but not the big metropolis types. You buy a 4 bedroom fucker, right? Big fucking house like this, 4 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 2 rooms for me, 2 rooms for him. If you're lucky, you might have 2 bathrooms. That's great, one each. Share the kitchen, share the garden. I'll tell you, and and then the house will be paid outright. You don't got any mortgage. You've got half the electric, half the gas, half the water. And the thing is, because he actually said to his mum, he says that he wants to be in a position one day where he only, he'll work for 6 months and then have 6 months off. And I said, fuck me, that's exactly what I've been thinking. Because you know how frugal I am, right? Or I can be on my videos. I can eat dirt cheap, It is, but because I could work solid for 6 months. I could have way longer than 6 months off, to concentrate on hobbies and stuff, and just basically living the life that I haven't been able to all those 50 years before because I'm fucking working. And he can do the same, because that's the thing, if you're in a position, because at the moment, a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people can relate out there. If well, that's the thing, George. See, in another 5 years, the oh fuck, what was I going to say? Yeah, because a lot of people, they need to work the 5 day week in order to make things happen. Food on the table, keep the roof up, and everything. You got to be, especially if you've got a mortgage or rent, you got to work 5 days to keep everything afloat. In the position that I'm proposing to my brother Carl, the mortgage would be paid outright. You work for 6 months. You just pay the bills in a year in advance. The water's like I think it's like £27 a month. I think so. That's 270. So it's like £300 a year for the water, right? Another 300 for the electric. Another 300 for whatever else, So it's similar enough. You pay if you put your money together. You pay a year in advance. You pay everything up for the year. You don't have to worry about it for the year. You work for 6 months. You go, and being in a position where, say, you work for 6 months and then you want to have another 6 months off, you've got the option. If you want to work a couple of days, great. If there's no, if the agency can't get you to work, it's no big deal. But if you can, great. Being in a position where you can, if you want, that's where I want to be. I want to buy a canoe. Okay, right. We'll go to the agency. Yeah, can you give me a month's work? And like that. I want to be in a position where I can if I want to. And it's very simple to do. Fuck me, I've done all the groundwork here. His place is very close to being paid off. Make the property work for you. All right, Stephanie. I'll probably be missing a lot of comments, but everybody just talk amongst yourselves if I'm missing you. Stephanie Buritica. Any vodka tonight, Mark? No, I'm down to I'm down to that much. Actually, I could have some. Yeah, there's a few. I could drink that. And why do you think some vodkas are more expensive than others? Some give less hangovers. Yeah, some of them are smooth, taste the same. Taste the same to me. Yeah, to me, most of them do taste pretty similar, which is why where I go for the Shop, which is Co-op's own brand vodka. Although, it all depends. You can get different. You can make vodka out of a lot of things. Demineralized water, grain alcohol. Doesn't say what grain, but apparently you can make grain, vodka out of grain. You can make it out of rice. You can make it out of potatoes. all kinds of things. I was looking at what was it? Dan Aykroyd's. I was looking at some videos of him. He's got like a lot of celebs. They all come out with some booze, and he's got some vodka in a bottle shaped like a skull. They've got some big life-size skull bottles. Probably hold a liter or whatever. But then apparently they've got some little ones as well. That'd be nice if if I can get Dan Aykroyd or any vodka company to send me one of those. I mean, that'd be really nice. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Apparently, see that they quadruple filter it and then they wash it over crystals. And they don't put all that shit in it. Formaldehyde, and there's something related to formaldehyde or antifreeze. They put that in it. So yeah, I mean, I don't drink it neat anyway. So to me, it all tastes pretty much the same. But it'd be nice to try some of that Skull vodka. That'd be good. Ah, G White. I should check out a channel on YouTube called New Retro Wave. Actually, where's my New Retro Wave? Got some good sounds from the 80s on there. I do like the sounds of the 80s. What's it called? New Retro Wave. New. Yeah, because what I do when I look at music on YouTube, I do go for the 80s music. Already things will get worse, so getting a house now is the time. Well, 20 years ago was the time. See, that's the thing with so many Johnnies running around. See, everybody and their fucking cousin have been buying up all the houses specifically to rent them out to the Johnnies, right? The foreigners. Because I mean, you buy a 4 or 5 bedroom house, like say here around here, there's a housing estate called Conningborough. Let me see. What they are. So it's the ground 1, 2. There's 3 bedrooms, 2 at the top, 1 in the middle. Plus, you've got a big living room which you can turn into a bedroom. Then on the ground floor, you've got the kitchen and garden, but then you've got a carport. It's like an enclosed car park. You put it in car park area. Lots of people have turned that into rooms. So you turn a 3 into a 5. That's what they're doing. They buy them, and when you've got like all that revenue coming in, hundreds of pounds for each room coming in every week, you can afford. When the price comes up, and if you're having a big fight with a whole bunch of people trying to bid for this house, you can afford to go 10, 15, 20,000 pounds over, because you're going to get that back once you start renting the shit out of all them rooms. So, and of course, it cuts people like me out who just want to go live someplace, So no, so it's yeah, years ago was the time for that. Shortly after. Shortly after the dreaded Brexit, could be a good value time to buy. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everybody with any cash has been buying up the biggest houses possible deliberately to rent them out. So that means that anybody who wants to buy a house, first-time buyers, they're left with the usual 1, 2 bedroom places. People like me who wants to sell up and move to a fucking decent place, we're out of luck. Anyway. Right. Yeah, today's libation is, trying to ask my local co-op to start doing cloudy lemonade. I had to go to another co-op to buy this. 65p for 2 litres. Anyway, what I'm going to do, Ralph the Bulldog, where would I move to? Well, that's the thing. I'd move out of Milton Keynes where the prices are a bit more tolerable. Going abroad wouldn't be out of the question, as long as if you go to, say, France, for example, that would be fine. It's fairly easy to learn French. I would consider going to Poland purely because the availability of houses and land, and the cost, the low cost of them, yeah, that's where I'd go. Any road. Yeah, actually, there's a something that I discovered. I was watching a few programs on the Warwick Davis. For those who don't know, he was in the program Life's Too Short with Ricky Gervais. He was the Ewok, and he's been a not goblin, little fucking, little evil fucker in a lot of films, What I've noticed, on the subject of him, was probably, when you get a lot of, you got to, nowadays we have this issue with the women. There, a lot of them are, not a lot, some of them, a small minority, are complaining that there's not enough good roles, not enough strong women roles in movies. Some of the blacks are at it as well. There's not enough diversity. We can't get any good roles for the black actors. Can't get any good fucking roles for the woman actors, all this guy, and this is why this is why they're fucking it up for everything. Like with the James Bond, the Ghostbusters, the Ocean's 11. They just throw as many Star Wars. They throw as many women in there as possible, whether it suits the story or not. $515 for 1,000. What was it for a 2-bedroom? Fucking hell, there's a lot. Ralph the Bulldog, Great Brick Hill. I did a job in Brick Hill. Was it Great Brick Hill? Some years ago. With some windows. What the fuck was I saying? Yeah. So what they do? They're all these feminist lot. They're all complaining that there's not enough good roles for the women, for the blacks, for the minorities, and anybody else who's not a man. But what they don't seem to understand is that they are free to club their money together and make whatever the fuck movie they want. You look at the Black Panther movie. Apparently, that did really well. How many white faces are in that fucker? None. But nobody's complaining. Nobody gives a shit, really. I don't. There's no. They're all 100% black cast. Fuck them. Good luck to them. But they'll complain when there's not enough of them in a movie, right? But what I'm saying is, why don't they club all the, whatever non-minority they are, club together, get all your money in one big pot, make your own movie, and only hire women, only hire black people, only hire whoever the fuck you want. Stop whinging that the Hollywood isn't giving you anything that you fucking don't deserve. Put your money together and make your own movie. And if it's any good, it'll sell. Which is exactly what Warwick Davis has done. Like he, instead of whinging a lot, like he's done the Ewok, and every role he's got, he's not like Peter Dinklage, who's got some, he's done some really good roles in the past, not just in that Game of Thrones show. But Warwick Davis always seems to play the demon, goblin, and all that stuff. Most of his films, or an elf or some shit like this. He doesn't complain. He just does what he's done. He's doing with a hand that he's been dealt with. And you figure he could be whinging if he wanted to. There's just not enough roles in Hollywood or in movies for small people, midgets and dwarfs and those types. But he doesn't. He gets on with it. But what he's done is he's actually got his own theatrical fucking stage company where what he's done, he only hires the midgets. And what they've done, they've shrunk down all the furniture and all the props. You know, on stage where you've got doorways and you've got tables and you've got backdrops that fall down, and everything's been reduced. So nobody looks like a little person. They all look like regular size because all the furniture and everything behind them, all the props are of a miniature size. So they just look like regular people. There's a guy who's actually done something instead of fucking whinging that Hollywood's not giving them shit that they don't deserve. He's actually made it for himself. He said, "Well, if I'll create the opportunity." And I thought, what a fucking great guy, you know. So that's what I was thinking about about this Black Panther. It looks like that all the black people have got together and said, right, I don't know how they. Maybe maybe I'm wrong, but it's a little bit. It's plainly obvious when you look at the trailers to it that there's. I couldn't see any white faces in there. Maybe if there's anybody, correct me on that, which is very unusual, to get a movie without a white face in there. Rather than put the money together and make strong women characters, they hijack somebody else's hard work. They hijack the casino, the casino robberies, the one with Brad Pitt and the casinos, casino robbery ones, the Star Wars. They're throwing women in there where they don't need to be. Put your money together, make whatever movie you like. Positive discrimination is still discrimination. That's exactly right, Pete. Diversity and tolerance have been the mantra for years, but there comes a point where tolerance itself becomes a problem. Exactly. Yeah, it's like they have that in jobs. If they need a quota, right? Okay, right. Well, we're going to get some black fellas in here because we've got to meet our quota of certain ethnic types. If you start doing it that way, then you start getting people purely because they happen to be a woman. Oh shit, we've got to have women in here because we haven't got enough. Right, first 5 women to walk in the door, and then you start getting the people who are not suited for the job, not qualified for the job. They're just there because they're a woman. They're just there because they're happen to be a shade other than white. Because we've got to have diversity. It doesn't matter who it is. Just fucking get them in. Some weirdos have 4x4. Some weirdos have given you 2 thumbs down. Huh. Actually, that's the thing. I can't see on here. I can see that I can see how many people are watching, and I can see how many thumbs up. But for some reason, YouTube have not seen fit to let me know how many thumbs down. But it's interesting. There's 2, you say. Yeah, they should just bugger off, like I said, and watch the BBC. Get their money's worth over there. See your live stream, then nothing. Hello, Mark. Good night. I will be watching it on the rerun. That's from Scotty B. Aha. Scotty B. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what. What I'm going to do before you go. Are you still? It's a bit late now, but are you still interested in being a moderator? I'll do that now if you're interested. Because I've got 2. You can be a third if you're. You were a little while back, and then I wanted to start, chopping and changing, give people a chance. But if you want, I'll click you on there now. If you write yes or no in the thing. Sweep Sings is in the house. Hello. Actually, just Scotty B. Okay, sure, Mark. I will be it for the next stream if we're going to make it. Okay. What I'll do. Oh, wait a minute. Oh shit! You know what? Oh boy. You know what? The if oh fuck. There you go. It is right. You know where they cut off on the right hand side? It's right there, and I've had to. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Add moderator. It wouldn't show me because there's three dots. You click on it, it gives you some options. It was right on the edge, so I had to move the screen over just a half a millimeter. Okay. Yeah, Sweep Singers in the house. Haven't heard from you in a while. Scotty VK, go away. Scotty has thrown his teddy out of the cot. All right, Scotty B. Yep, see you on the rerun. And anybody who's not hit the thumbs up by all means. Oh boy, it's cloudy lemonade is pretty good. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, that's about all the subjects that I've written down. Warwick Davis has made his so the stage is little. So so rather than complain that nobody's writing scripts for little people, he went out and done it himself. Bloody good job, I think. Any road. Already, do you play games? I used to play a lot of chess years ago, but it's difficult to find people who play chess. I play the occasional computer game. I've got a PS2. That's mainly for the Tetris, and I've got a PS3. You know, in fact, I use my PS2. But I don't really watch a whole lot of films. I mean, I have a lot of films here, but I've been collecting them over the years. I don't really watch a whole I don't really watch a lot. But when I do, I use my PS2 or 3 as a DVD player. Sweep sings, hey Mark, I've been teaching all day, and my question is, since when did kids get to have opinions? Exactly, yeah. I never got to have one, and I think I'm better for it. Yeah. You know, see, that's the thing I don't get. I mean, I see it all the time. Uh, Adults giving children opinion, or they allow them to have an opinion, or allow them to have a choice. I mean, it goes from everywhere to when they're at McDonald's, right? They wait until they're at the counter, and then they're asking a 5-year-old, "What is it you want to eat?" And it's like 5-year-old like, I don't know, give me something with a fucking toy in it. I don't care. But do you want nuggets? Do you want a fish burger? Do you want a cheeseburger? Do you want a fucking, some chips? Don't ask the kid. If you're going to ask a kid anything, give them two choices, okay? Do you want chicken nuggets or you want a cheeseburger? And what is it with parents? All right, I've got a question. I'll fire a question right back. What is it with parents who keep asking their children to behave? When I was young, we didn't have a fucking choice. You either behave or you gotta backhand it, right? But when kids are misbehaving, the parents are like, right, Johnny, sit down, please. Sit down, please. Please put your coat on. Please, you don't. It's not a fucking negotiation with a kid. The kid's gonna put his coat on. End of. Full stop. You know There's no negotiation. There's no, oh, would you mind putting coal on, please, little Johnny? Don't ask ugh, I don't get what that is about. If that was me, I mean, I don't have any kids, but I'm bloody sure if I needed a kid to put a coat on, the word please or putting it as a question would not be an option. I'm putting it as a question. Would you like to put your coat on because we're going to go out? No, you put your coat on because I'm the adult and I'm saying you're going to do it. I missed one from Pete Thomas there. I'm Pete Thomas. I'm sorting through all my footage from Nova Scotia as we speak. Ralph the Bulldog. So the videos will start. That's Aunt Ralph. I tell you, my eyes are kind of funny. I don't really wear my glasses around the house, and the computer's a little bit further away than it normally would be in order to get me in there. And the videos will start appearing soon. That'll be good news. Apparently Halifax is a shithole. Yeah, maybe, but if the houses are cheap, I'd go for it. War release is very, very true. Yeah, Sweep sings. Ooh, what do you want for tea? Mum would say, none of your fucking business. Exactly. You don't ask a kid, what do you want for tea? Bloody kid gets what is given. And that's why you've got kids who are bloody unruly because they think that everything is an option. Stop misbehaving, please. Put your coat on, please. Stop fighting with your fucking brother on the bus, please. You just sit down and be quiet, please. Don't make, for all you parents out there, you look like assholes to everybody else who's listening to you. They look at you and they start thinking, what a goof, all right? Why are you asking the kid anything? You're the fucking law and order. You tell them how it is. That's how it is. Like I say, if you want to give them a choice, you give them a choice of two things: cheeseburger or nuggets. But when it comes to put your coat on, get your ass on the seat, stop shouting, stop screaming, behave yourself, just be quiet. These are not options. These are not questions. These are commands. I've even seen people do that with a dog. They've gone, where is it? Say a dog's name, Toby. Toby, come here, please. Come here, please. Come on. Who the fuck are you talking to? You're talking to a dog, and you're asking it to, you're asking it like it's an option the dog has. Please come here. If you don't mind at all, if you wouldn't mind. Fucking idiots. Who says please to a dog? Morons. All right. Kids, already kids have become the parents now. Exactly. It's because dumb shits have children, and those children grow up to be even bigger dumb shits, and they have children, and you can see where that going. Al Harrington, hi Mark, long time no see. If you do a film review anytime soon, can you review Big Buck Bunny? It's a gripping short film about a rabbit overcoming bullying. I don't know where to get that. I've never heard of that. If it's on YouTube, I suppose I could try and find it. Sweep sings. Yeah, my phrase today to kids was, have you heard of a non-negotiable situation? Well, you're in one. Yeah, exactly. Kids, you give them it's like, you start giving kids options. If you want to behave, great. If you don't, it's up to you. Yeah, well, no, you start giving kids those options, you're in for fucking nightmare, because once kids start, I mean, kids are stupid, right? Kids are dumb, but they're not morons. Some of them, they realize they can smell weakness like a shark can smell, blood in the water. If you're weak with the children, they will run all over you. If you say, "Oh, please, if you wouldn't mind sitting down and behaving yourself, but they can smell that a mile away, and they will play. They learn real quick that if you're not there towing the line, if you're not there kicking ass, they will, they'll take advantage." Paul K. Mark, your kid would grow up to hate you and maybe give you a good licking, good kicking. No, no, no. See, I think you misunderstand, which is all right. I'm not talking about being a tyrant to your children. I'm just saying somebody has to steer the ship. There has to be a captain of the fucking boat, right? Now, there's one guy in charge, and everybody else follows the rules. That's how it is. For a Star Trek reference or a Love Boat reference or whatever the fuck, you've got one captain. The law, the law stops with him. The buck stops with him. He is the law and order, and everybody else just follows the rules underneath. You don't need to be a tyrant with your kid. What I'm saying is, you don't put something as a question. Would you like to please behave yourself because you're really making a lot of noise. No, you tell them you're crossing the line of good and bad behavior. You're making me look bad in front of a shop full of fucking McDonald's customers or bus riders, commuters. You're making me look bad. You're going to behave yourself because these are the rules. Okay, that's how you do it. You don't rule with an iron fist. You make rules, and the rules need to be adhered to. Simple as that. Anyway, okay, I've been going for coming up on an hour and a half. I'm going to call it a day now because I want to relax, and you know what I'm going to try and do. I bought these. Christ Almighty! I don't often have milk in the house. The only time I ever have milk is if I'm having cereal, which is very rare. I don't really drink tea in the house because I'm too lazy to make it, so I don't really have milk in the house. But I need milk in order to make these. You've got to put milk with water and then add these. I bought these because I figured I'd do a review on them, right? But I've had these for 2 weeks, and I need to pick up some milk, So yeah, look out for these. In fact, yeah, I'll tell you what though. When I had the post box, the PO box, these would have been perfect for anybody to, especially abroad, if they got dried pasta dishes in a bag, in a packet. These would have been perfect for anybody to send, from other countries, because it would have been good to see what other countries, what they, the different sauces they make with their pasta. I'm going to have I'm going to try and get hold of the shopkeeper at my local shop, see if he's interested in having a PO box under the counter for because if he does, then I might start a new PO box. And then anybody who wants to send postcards on the back of scrap cardboard like that can send them in. They'll get it. I'll read it just like before. You'll get a shout out. I'm not looking for anybody. If you want to, if you want to send any things like the pasta things down there or foreign chocolate bars or any stuff like this, fine. But the main thing is if you want to send a postcard on the scrap bit of paper, it'll get read out, and you know, this, of course, you know, we'll put the stamps to a good cause also. Let's see. Okay, well, there's no more questions. Okay. All right. And last chance is an hour and a half. Anybody who's not hit the thumbs up, go right ahead. And if yeah, I don't know, if anybody you know, if anybody's interested in you know, watching, you know, going onto my cookery channel, great. If you feel, you know, feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you hit the subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, and that goes for anybody else who's already subscribed. Hit the bell icon, because it's surprising, you know, because what you probably won't know is that as a YouTuber, content provider, I guess, I don't know. As a YouTuber, I have access to graphs and charts, which you won't, because you're, you know, you're not me. But if on my every YouTuber has this option, they can go in and they can watch hour by hour, in some cases, how many clicks each video has. It's on a graph. What countries are sending, you know, or watching your stuff. Say you got a 10-minute video, for example, it will say what the average watch time of that. Say it's a 10-minute one, it'll say your average watch time is 5 minutes. Say, for example, you know, that sort of thing. And you know what? I'm so fucking tired. I can't remember where I was going with that. And it tells me, you know, about the, you know, ups and downs, and you know, what people are thinking about the channel and stuff. And that was it. And it also, and it tells me the percentage of people who have hit the bell icon, and it's quite good, but it could be higher. It looks like there are a lot of people who subscribe who have not hit the bell. So if you haven't already, by all means hit the bell. You'll be alerted whenever I load up a video, or in this case a live stream. It tells me out of the people who watch my video, what percentage are subscribers and what percentage are people who just happen to be happen upon the videos. You know, it's all good. There's a lot of useful and useless graphs and pie charts and all kind of shit. Anyway, so yeah, the point is, if you want to hit the bell, do that. You'll be alerted whenever I load up a video. And yeah, but leave comments. You know, preferably, you know, well, I was going to say preferably good ones, but you can write what you want. But it's just you know, I've been getting a lot of negativity, especially due to you know, people not happy with my choice of wordings. You know. But anyway, all right, look, I'm waffling on because I'm so bloody tired. Okay, so you got about 10 seconds to hit the like, and there's no more things. So everybody, thank you for watching. Please look at my cookery videos. Have a look at those. Click onto the ones that mark seeds. You know, have a look at that. Just to, you know, just for shits and giggles, you might learn something. And thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.